Hello everyone, my name is Brittany Lowe and it is February 2nd, 2025 and around 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in Ohio. I am currently beginning my first semester in my Master's of Social Work program here at Campbellsville University with a clinical area of focus. I recently graduated from Campbellsville University with my Bachelor of Social Work in May of 2024. So I'm back to further my education and hopefully will be done in December. So for this week, the cultural aspect that I wanted to focus on that is going on around me is a piece of artwork by Jonathan Harris, and it is called The Critical Race Theory. So I'm going to try to upload this image so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. But this painting shows a white man who is essentially whitewashing Black historical figures such as Harriet Tubman, Malcolm X, and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. This painting has went viral the last couple of weeks, considering everything that we have been seeing in the United States that is surrounding racial inequality and social justice issues. So it's sparking controversy, and I am seeing it in the mainstream news over and over again. It's especially relevant in the U.S. as Black History Month has been paused due to an executive order that has been signed by President Trump that is surrounding inclusion programs and putting a pause on programs that support racial, ethnical, cultural, LGBTQ plus programming moving forward. So to get into this week's assignment, which is gender inequalities, I found a couple different articles that I'm going to touch on. The main one that I found was a CNN article that was talking about AI, or artificial intelligence programming, that was being used to further traumatize, victimize, and sexually abuse children. So they have found that predators are using AI to take real life images of children off of social media and nudify them. So there might be a photo that a child is fully clothed, but they are getting a hold of this photo and then nudifying it and even posting it on the dark web, on child pornography websites, and even further using these images to blackmail children over the internet into further victimization or abuse tactics. So leading them to blackmail them by saying, if you don't send me additional photos, if you don't meet me, then I'm going to post this photo of you online. So it's causing a lot of controversy. A lot of threats are being made online, and just inappropriate predators are using this to their advantage. So the UK is currently in the process of making that illegal and taking steps to prevent that from happening further. So as I was diving into that, because that is the first time I have heard of that, I have not seen that in any major headline news, and that actually really shocked me. So I went further to investigate, and that article led me to the United Nations, who published a global report on trafficking persons in December of 2024. And what I found there was very similar to the findings that were in our reading this week in Not for Sale. So the similarities that I found included why human trafficking continues to flourish regardless of the safeguards that are put into place and the advocating that is done for it. And I also found that women and girls are primarily the target for trafficking of sexual exploitation. So the vulnerabilities noted in both the articles and the readings of this week were that what allows trafficking to continue to happen are high levels of poverty, conflict, and global instability and rapid population growth. So all of these together are widely accepted and understood to be the root problem and why trafficking continues to happen. Children, women, families are looking for a better life and getting themselves into situations, or just being abducted and put into the human slave trade. So I also found that 61% of trafficking victims were detected worldwide in 2024 that were female. So that just furthers the racial inequality or the gender inequality that females are the primary focus, and they are the primary focus specifically for sexual trafficking. While we do see that there's a rise on child labor, and males are rising in the numbers that we're seeing, it is still primarily women and children, women and girls that are holding that high rate of sex trafficking and just trafficking in general, human trafficking in general. So I thought that those were all very interesting, and to tie it back to the article that I seen from CNN with the AI images, that can further lead issues to happen. So that having a child receive a photo of them that they did not take, that is not accurate, that is not true, that has been photoshopped or generated from an AI toolkit, that leads them to a vulnerable place that they don't want that to be shared. So we are seeing a rise, or we're going to see a rise, I feel, if that continues to happen, because women, girls, everyone that is faced with that has a negative experience, right? They have a negative experience, and they also are going to have a more likelihood to do something, send something, or meet up with somebody to try to prevent that from being spread. So I think that it's just very, very scary, and I'm glad that the UK is taking strides to end that.